Hello there members, and welcome to another Elite FPL members video with myself Stevo, where we're just going to be doing the usual let's just chat nonsense for however long I can be bothered to speak, essentially. So obviously members, as ever, you're getting this 24 hours prior to it going public for free. So these guys watching, you essentially are getting this for free, and then this is probably going to be the last members video that's going to be released on YouTube. So as ever, I'm just going to make this clear now that if you do enjoy these videos and you like the personalised versions of them and so on and so forth, why not become a member? $1.99. $1.99. What do you pay $1.99 a month for that you don't get any benefits from? Anyhow, whatever. So, as normal, I've just put the usual question into Discord about Ask Me Anything. Pretty much give me points of view, opinions, whatever ahead of deadline day, which is upcoming on Friday. Bit of an exclusive as well. I've been invited on with FPL Penguin. So again, you guys that are listening to this for free, you will be seeing this today, which is Tuesday. But for you guys watching on the premiere, tomorrow I'm on with FPL Penguin, so which is a Thursday. So I'm on Thursday. Yeah, I'll be on with him. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's an afternoon stream, lunchtime kickoff. And again, it's the usual, just chat shit. And talking of guests and whatnot, Sunday stream with Andy Martin was fucking great. I've had a lot of private messages and feedback about that particular stream, and really about Andy, and just saying what a nice guy he came across as and how much they enjoyed his appearance on the show. And I made the point on the YouTube comment section, and I made a point on Twitter that look, and I made a point in the members video the other day that I know we lack with getting on guests, and it's my fault. I'm not gonna lie. I know how busy these content creators are, and without wanting to repeat myself, I have reached out to a lot over the last few years, and unfortunately 90% of the time they will come back and say, I'm really sorry, I can't because I'm too busy with my own stuff. Which is perfectly reasonable. So, but this season I'm going to be trying to make an effort to make sure that we can get guests on. I'm not going to lie. The ones off the top of my head that I'd like to get on personally are Mark and Az of Black Box. Late Riser would be quite cool to come on, because he's said in the past before he'd like to come on the stream. Gianni Batiste would be great. James and Suj, Planet FPL, that would be good. Andy, Let's Talk FPL. They're the 5, 6 that I'd like to get on. They're my top priorities, but what's the key factor that all of them have got in common? They're extremely busy. And yeah, getting them to come on will be very, very difficult. So yeah, I need to kind of pull my finger out and just message these guys and not harass. I fucking hate it when I'm not going to name anybody here, but me and Jason have been harassed by people in the community where they've just bombarded us with messages about, can you come on stream with us? Can you do this? Can you do that? As David Brent says, back off. Yeah, you gotta appreciate the fact that we all have lives to live and other commitments. And like I said, with the guys that I've messaged in the past, I'm not gonna be like, oh, fuck you then. If you don't want to come on the show, I'm never gonna message you. No, it's got nothing to do with that. It's just simply, yeah, I respect the fact that you're too busy to be coming on. So yeah, hopefully this season at some point we'll be able to get these guests on, because I think what's important as well is bringing on people which you enjoy their work as well. I find it quite difficult when speaking with any. By the way, I keep making this point. Anybody watching this, there are quite a lot of people that seem to think that FPL runs my life. FPL is like one of several hobbies that I have, and ironically, barring talking about it now on a video, I don't really talk about fantasy football. I have more things in my life to be concentrating on. Wrestling, the bill, gym. Fucking hell. I keep even forgetting that I don't even have gym as a hobby. I've only been back for the last this is my 6th or 7th week back after a 3-month period off. So yeah, there are other, music's another one, and there are other things in my life which I prioritise. But point withstanding is that there's a lot of content creators out there which I generally don't want to bring on because I don't really watch their stuff. I don't know much about them, and I don't, even in my everyday life, I find it very, very, very difficult to speak to anybody that, and I get this a lot at work. So I work in retail. I work for a large supermarket, and every day I'll get, "You right?" Yeah. But they say it with such sincerity, like they genuinely want to know how you are. And it's like, I'm not being funny, but this time yesterday, you were fucking complaining to me about how much you fucking hate this job, and yet the following day, when we're in exactly the same position, you're asking me how I am. Or unless something's changed over the past 24 hours, I'm in exactly the same mood as you were yesterday. Just speak to me normally. Just talk to me normally. It's actually, ironically, this is what I loved about Andy Martin. By the way, this could apply to any of the Discord callers that come on. But, with Andy Martin, we just instantly hit it off. Straight away. The second he joined in, we had a few camera issues, but that's by the by. Second he joined in, it was just instant rapport. Now, again, I know you can't have instant rapport with everybody, but, I always, think about the situations. I'll give you an example. A customer come up to me yesterday. "Hey, American, Podner. Hey, how are you doing today?" While I'm filling fucking yogurts. Yeah. How can I help? "Yeah, I was wondering if you do butter." "Right. Yeah, it's just there." "You don't need to know how my day is. Just ask. 'Excuse me, mate, where's your butter?' Sure." People, again, you guys watching this in the premiere, thinking, "Why can't we skip forward for? Need to skip forward, I don't care about this." Then fuck off. The reason why I say all that is the amount of people that complain about me talking about nothing but FPL makes me laugh, and I always think, well, piss off then. It's a theme that runs through Elite FPL. I'm not going to name them, but it's why certain content creators, when they're just desperate for subscribers and likes. But by the way, again, this doesn't apply to fantasy football. This could apply to anything. Right? Okay, I've hit the subscribe button. What now? Like I said to you, the reason why I did that piss take, before you watch this video, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe and hit the notification button. Why? You tell me why I should do. What's the incentive? I used that with Dan earlier on. What's my incentive? And anyhow. And yeah, I'm just glad that we hit it off with Andy. It was really, really cool. And yeah, this is just me, in general in life. I find it very difficult to not talk with people. I can talk with people all fucking day, as long as they just talk to me. I'll give you an example. If a member of staff who I see every single day, and I say, "You right, dude? Ready for the day?" in a sarcastic manner, and they turn around to me and say, "Yeah, I can't wait for this fucking shit," and then we just get on with it. But like I said, when it's just, "Hello, how are you today?" And then you say the generic, "Yeah, I'm okay." "Oh, that's great to hear." Is it? Is it great to hear? Because in 10 minutes time, I know for fucking fact you're going to come up to me complaining and moaning about how much you hate the job. Fuck me. My attitude towards anything is just fucking get on with it. I just fucking talk on a normal 1-to-1 level. Jesus fucking Christ. What's this got to do with fantasy football? Nothing. Just links me into talking to people that, this is from my own selfish point of view, talking to people that I personally enjoy their content or have enjoyed their content. You just build up, you've already got an instant rapport straight away, and I think that's key to anything really. When because you must have seen or heard various podcasts, whether it's fantasy football, whether it's any other form of podcast that you're interested in, and they've got a guest on, and it's like, yeah, this is really shit. Jamie Jasta springs to mind, the Hatebreed singer. Joe Rogan. It's very rare that, not that I really listen to Joe Rogan anymore, but it's very rare that Joe Rogan has an awkward guest on. But sometimes, fucking hell, I've had to turn. I can't think of any off the top of my head because he's a quality interviewer, but there have been some episodes where I'm like, Jesus, I can't listen to this because you're not getting anything out of him and he's not getting anything out of you. It's almost like a forced conversation. It just kills me. And yeah, it's the same on like certain wrestling podcasts and everything. They've got a guest and I'm just like, why have you got this guy on? There's nothing. It's just one word answers. Like, fuck me. Give me something more than yes, no, maybe. Simple example being, I'm just going to make this name up. Calvin, what do you think about what do you think about that match last night between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar? Very peculiar in the way they set it up. Yeah, I thought it was really strange. Okay, could you expand on the point about the fact that when Brock Lesnar came with a tractor and everything, did you think that was going to be used within the match? Yes. Right, okay, Roman Reigns won the... You get the fucking idea. It fucking kills me. Destroys me. So I'll be completely transparent. It's the same with Discord. Like, we bring you on. Hi, I can't even think of a fucking name. Hi, Dan. What do you want to ask us? Yeah, hi. I've just shown you my team. Yes? How can we help you? What's the question? What do you think about it? Oh, for fuck. Oh no, I'm annoying people. I'm probably offending people now. It's great. Anyhow, onto this team up on screen. I'm struggling on how to bring in certain players with my team. Jesus is someone that I really want. But I also want certain defenders as well. Perisic. Well, specifically, I want these four defenders. I'm looking... I mean, we're all in the same boat. At the start of the season, all of us are in the same boat. Can't fit them all in. And this is just a 4-4-2 I just quickly put together. I say quickly, I just remove certain individuals and replace them with others. I don't like it, as Andy says on Little Britain. I don't like it. I think I will be switching back to the 4-5-1. I think for me, it's got a bit more flexibility in the sense of if, for argument's sake, Kulusevski does fuck all, then I can easily swap in whoever. I want to go with that. I still am adamant on that. He will be in my team, Lingard. There is always a team that... I keep saying this. There's always a team that gets promoted where first 10 games, opening 10 fixtures, they do all right. And of the 3 teams that have come up, Nottingham Forest, the only team that are coming out with any form of credibility. You got the Fulham manager coming out saying, we're not ready. You got the Bournemouth manager that said, we're going to be relegated. And the only team that I hear any form of confidence from is Nottingham Forest. The only downside, it's only a downside to them, is that they brought in a lot of players, including Lingard. But as I keep stating, I think that he's got a lot to prove. I think he's got a lot to prove, and I think that he's going to be wanting to show why they've spent X amount of money on him. He's going to be playing virtually every single game. You could argue he's a wait and see, but I want to jump on that bandwagon. It's not even a bandwagon, is it? I want to jump on him early while I can. I want to see if, like, you know what, Steve is ahead of the curve. Now, I could actually swap Lingard out for Martinelli. So then I've got double attack for Arsenal in Gameweek 1. Have a look at Lingard. And then think to myself, right, against Newcastle, he's done really, really well. He scored against them. Martinelli only got an assist in a 2-1 victory against Crystal Palace. But it's the safety, isn't it? It's the safety of having a player which we know what he can bring to Arsenal, whereas with, for argument's sake, Lingard, we don't know. We don't have a fucking clue what Lingard is going to do. And it could be a massive flop for Nottingham Forest. He could completely fall flat on his face, do absolutely nothing, and there's me thinking, fucking hell, man, Martinelli's gone and got, in his opening 3 fixtures, 2 assists and a goal, whereas Lingard's just got that 1 goal against Newcastle. Whereas all you lot that have got, I say all you lot, fucking hell, all you, the ones that have got, or started with Martinelli, they're the ones in the driving seat. You're the ones that have gone, no, fuck it, I'm happy with what I've done. I'm able to, oh, it's Kulusevski, isn't it? Whoops. I've completely fucked this up. Brilliant. I'm completely now lost. It's great, isn't it? Completely lost track of what I was fucking doing. There we are. That's better. There we are. So, yeah. That's more of the safety team there. So, anybody listening on audio, if you are, Meslier, Trent, Robertson, Cancelo, Perisic, Kulusevski, Martinelli, Salah, Saka, Bailey, Kane. They're all tried and tested. All of them. The only question mark in that team now is Bailey. Bailey is the only one where I'm thinking, but we're pretty certain he's starting. They got good fixtures, good opening fixtures. You can't really complain about them. I'm pretty confident, along with the likes of Karma Baby, any Aston Villa fans, Harbour Boy, that in the opening 3 fixtures, Bournemouth, Everton, Crystal Palace, all teams that are, capable of conceding goals and capable of losing heavily. It's worth a punt. It's 5 fucking million, for fuck's sake. Arsenal, those opening fixtures is gold dust. We know the front 4 are going to be Jesus, Saka, Odegaard and Martinelli. Yes, Martinelli can be a rotation risk, like a genuine one where Smith Rowe could play instead. But I think the majority of us are happy to think that Martinelli starts minimum of the opening 2. Minimum. And that attacking front 4 is just, it's pretty solid. It's good. It's very, very good, in fact. The only other question I have for myself is, do I have that triple up of Spurs? Because this is another thought process that came ahead. Attack game week 1, so to speak, and then aggressively do that move of Haaland in for Kane for the Bournemouth match. Don't worry about, well, okay, we all have to worry about the matches themselves. How does he look against West Ham? I get all that injuries and whatnot. But, once again, I was not directly put off by Haaland versus Liverpool. That smile after he missed that open goal, essentially, told me more about his character more than anything. So, I think that either one, I look at it and go, fuck it, let's just attack game week 2 aggressively, even if it means taking a -4. I know a lot of people go, yeah, but why would you take a -4 after only game week 1? Surely you should be setting your team up, so you don't have to make a hit. Well, I remember, do you remember Show Me the Mane? Do you remember him? Every week he'd be doing like -4s, -8s, 12s, sometimes 16s. It always pay off. And he did really, really well in the Elite FPL league that we had to start with when no one was in it. He did really well, but then he tailed off towards the end because didn't he just give up or something? Didn't he just like stop playing? I can't remember the direct reasonings, but he just tailed off. Pressure, yeah. Maybe it was the pressure, I don't know, but certainly you get a lot of it, don't you, with a lot of players. They just give up. We had it on Sunday. We had a few callers coming on saying, "Oh, just stop playing FPL. Stick with it. No matter how shit you're doing. Twats like me have got a fucking stream every week about it. No matter how fucking bad I'm doing." But yeah, this team up on the screen, this 4-5-1 is pretty much safety, and then just attack game week 2 by getting in Haaland. But Kevin De Bruyne looks fucking good. I still got to say to myself, Steve, put your fucking bets down. You're going to be putting your bets down. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the stress, and it's true. I think for me, personally, I just think to fucking hell with it. I'm going to go into game week 1. Let's just get rid of Kane. Let's bring in Haaland. That's done. And there we have it. There's the team for game week 1. To fucking hell with it. And then I don't have to make that game week 2 transfer and then potentially the fear of missing out. But I could just put money on. I will be putting money on Kane. It's quite simple. I will be delving deep. Fuck me. I do not delve deep at all. I'll be looking obviously into the history of matches. Another thing that popped up, obviously Burnley. What did the history say? The away team is more than likely going to win this fixture. What happened? The away team won the fixture. The history does normally do pretty well in the opening 10 game weeks. It's usually the early part of the season where the history works out pretty well. So keep an ear out for what the history's saying. I certainly will. I know you will. So if, for argument's sake, Man City's history versus West Ham is shit and Southampton's and Tottenham's history against Southampton is really good, fuck it. I'm getting on Kane. But right as it stands right now, I think looking at that team, I'm going to go in with it to fucking hell with it. Actually, it'd be Martinelli, it would be Lingard, won't it? In for Martinelli. Be Lingard in for Martinelli, and let's just quickly remove him. Stick in Lingard. And then, because you've got to have the odd punt here or there. You've got to. I think at the start of the season. Who was it? Dutchman or Cage Paps? I think it was Cage Paps saying about, like, isn't it best to do at the start of the season? Go for those punts. With logic behind it, with you know, it's a calculated risk, but with Lingard and Haaland and Bailey in that team, if Haaland doesn't work out after 2 game weeks, he can fuck off. If Lingard doesn't work out after 2 game weeks, Guess what, everybody on the Premier? Say it with me. He can do the old Hulk Hogan. Yep, you got it. He can fuck right off. Same with Bailey. Yes, there'll be someone saying, yeah, but Martinelli could go up in price and you won't be able to afford him. Yeah, more fool me then. But at least I would have made money on him. And that's the thing for me. It is the whole betting side of it as well. If I can put that 50p on that anytime assist, anytime goal, I'm winning money from it. I'm thinking of, with this season, just having £100. You got £100, Steve-O. That's your limit throughout this season. Let's see what profit you can make on that. Now, obviously, you know, you're going to be making quite a lot of bets with £100. But I think for me, certainly, you know, the opening game week, it will be with the popular players from my personal point of view. So Crystal Palace versus Arsenal, this is what I'll be doing. Jesus to score any time. Jesus assist. And probably Jesus to score any time. Arsenal to win. Martinelli to score any time. Martinelli to assist. That's just the first match. Fulham versus Liverpool. I'm not really too fussed with that because most people have the Liverpool players that most own. I may put a couple of pennies on, or 50p on Diaz to score any time. Bournemouth, Aston Villa, don't give a shit about. Leeds, Wolves, again, don't care about. Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, I've got that player in my team. I may put 50p on Wilson. Wilson to score any time, Newcastle to win. Spurs, Southampton, it'll be Kane to score any time. Son to score any time. May even be like Son to get 2 or more. Something like that. Everton, Chelsea, meh. Leicester, Brentford again, meh. Man United, Brighton, I may put some many pennies on Martial. I'll be waiting on the team news, but I always wait on the team news as well. Always wait on the team news before you do your bets. But certainly Man United, Brighton, if all three of them, Rashford, Martial and Sancho start up front, it'll be again 50p's on goals and assists. And then West Ham, Man City, I've got the assets. I'm not really fussed. Maybe Bowen to score any time. But yeah, it just covers myself really. It's the same in the score predictor game. You know, if I ain't got certain players, just back them to get the points. It's quite simple really. But yeah, I'm relatively happy with this team now. It's all pretty much set. It's just which goalkeeper I have. I think I'm just going to stick with Meslier just for the save points. Who's in that bracket of 4.5 goalkeepers where I think that they're going to do all right with decent... It's the fixtures, isn't it? Brighton I'm concerned about. Losing Basuma. All this talk about Cucurella leaving. I'm not suggesting for 1 minute Cucurella's the reason why they're so successful in defence. But they've lost quite a few players. So Brighton I'm kind of avoiding. So Sanchez is off the radar. Crystal Palace is Johnson. Again, I'm not really interested because their fixtures are terrible. Fulham, forget it. Bournemouth, forget it. Leeds, we've just discussed. Nottingham Forest, Dean Henderson. Could be worth a shout, but again, their fixtures aren't particularly brilliant. Everton. Then Brentford. It's really a toss-up between Meslier and Brentford, but we've seen what Meslier can do. And I think that, do you know what? I think it's worth that punt. And again, the fact that I'm going to be wildcarding pretty early, it's going to be between 4 and 8 the game weeks that I'm going to be, like a lot of people. And like I keep saying, I want to see if I can be aggressive. Can I be aggressive? Like I'll be, football wise, I'll be able to watch the Crystal Palace game, the Fulham game, the Everton game, Man United and West Ham. So that's 5 fixtures in the opening game week I'll be watching. I'll be able to get an idea of what players are looking like. I'm stating the fucking obvious, I know. I'm not stupid. You are. As Ricky Gervais says to Carl. You are. So yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting opening game week. Talking of the opening game week, Going on to questions. So, see, Blonde's put one there. That's it's not funny. It's just the fact the way she's opened up the line. So going on this regarding questions / opinions of members in the chat, and again, if you do become a member, you do get. Do you know what? It's pointless. Absolutely pointless me putting out on Twitter. Complete fucking waste of time. So, Harbour Boy is asking here, who is your prediction for the highest scoring player in Gameweek 1 with less than 5% ownership? My immediate thought is, please don't ask me questions like this. 5% ownership, 10% ownership. I don't look into anything like that. I just know who's going to be not owned by much. And I always look at the fixtures, which are basically good fixtures for certain teams. So, Bournemouth, Aston Villa. All we can go on is the data from last year regarding Bournemouth. And the only player off the top of my head that could potentially do something against Aston Villa is Solanke. Like I said, usually on the opening day of the game week, opening weekend, the relegation teams, one of the teams puts up a fight and the other two just fall flat on their face. I'm sure Firetog will go back in the data of the last 20 years and go, actually, Steve-O, you're talking shit. Which is usually me anyway. But off the top of my head, most of the time, the promoted teams, yeah, they start off well. Well, one of them starts off really well in the first 10 game weeks, and the other two kind of like, meh. But I think that most of them, they've all got really, they all have really tough fixtures, but Bournemouth got the easiest one of the three. Sorry, Harbour Boy and Carver Baby. But one that sticks off the top of my head, Solanke, if anything. He's the only one I can imagine getting anything scoring. As Aston Villa defensively, not particularly great, so I would probably back Bournemouth to score, but Aston Villa to win. 2-1. Lino, 2-1, yeah. They've got no defenders. They've got plenty of midfield. I'm only going off what the website is saying here. Yeah, I think Solanke, Harbour Boy, maybe even Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore. I mean, he was weirdly, he was a friend of a friend, and now he plays for fucking. I couldn't believe it when I found out he played for Wales. Fucking crazy, and he's been moving up the leagues, and now he's in the Premier League with Bournemouth, which is fucking mad. So, one of the strikers for Bournemouth against Aston Villa. Leeds, decent fixture against Wolves. And check out one of them players there. One of the Newcastle lads against Nottingham Forest. Maybe look at Everton. Chelsea, the Everton-Chelsea game. I can see that being a high-scoring fixture. Who are the key players for Chelsea? Well, Mason Mount, obviously. But he's owned by 10% for Don't Falling Harbour Boys category. Sterling. Oh, he's 6% Harbour Boys. Sorry, mate. This is why I don't care about these percentages. Just Sterling could be good. Sterling could be really good. I mean, he could be the one that comes out of the game week, one of the highest scoring players. And while Son and Salah and fucking Foden and Mahrez have done fuck all, Sterling comes out on top, and then every single podcast, including us, will be saying, why were we overlooking Sterling for? In an attacking team for Chelsea, he's just gone and got 2 goals and assists in a fucking 5-1 win against Everton. 10 million though, are you willing to put that 10 million into him? The irony is, of course, that Chelsea have got really good fixtures. Premier League proven as well. There's a 1 week punt. Sterling, why not? Everton are fucking terrible. Get on him now. Now. Leicester, Brentford, not interested. Man United are the interesting one. I think if you really are going to be looking at a team for outside bets, I think Man United and that attacking three, Martial, Sancho. Sancho's a great option, possibly. Rashford and Martial. One of those three could go off against Brighton. I expect Man United to win 3-1. I don't know why. That's what I'm predicting. I'm just going 3-1. It's based on absolutely nothing. But yeah, I think yeah, certainly. I think of all those that I've mentioned, Sterling. Fuck it, yeah. El Mako is saying thoughts on Darwin Gameweek 1 if he looks like he's going to start. I don't think he does start. I think he plays the same team as he did in the Community Shield, barring it'll be Alisson, I think, instead of Adrian, whatever. I think Darwin comes on and scores. Against Fulham in a 5. Let's go with 5-1. Let's go with 5-1 to Fulham. Yeah, 5-1 to Fulham. 5-1 to Liverpool. Darwin to score. Yeah, but I don't think he starts. Even though I think throughout the season, mark my words, it's going to be Salah, Darwin and Diaz as the front three. First choice. But I think to start with Firmino, it'll be Firmino, Salah and Diaz. Or Jota even. Maybe Jota... Oh no, he's injured, isn't he? So yeah, I think Firmino, Salah and Diaz starts the season, and then slowly Darwin comes on after he's constantly scoring. I wouldn't go start with him though. No chance. Ayush is saying, wildcard game week 2, smart move or stupid? I know Sai, the best, has come out and said that he's going to do it. Whether he does or not, I have no idea. What's the benefits of wildcard in game week 2 and going with the team for game week 1? I mean, I know Matt from FPL Casual is doing a bench boost in game week 1. I know someone else is thinking of doing a bench boost in game week 1. I just don't see. I think you're more better off wildcard in game week 4. What do you get out of game week 1? What fixtures here stand out where you're thinking, oh my fucking god, I have to jump on this team no matter what? Whereas the other all these other idiots that are jumping on Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, they're a bunch of fucking morons. I want to jump on Leicester, Newcastle. You know, winners. I want to jump on Tottenham, triple up on Tottenham, triple up on Leicester against Brentford, triple up on Man United against Brighton. That's 9 players. What, and then game week 2, your wild card, and when you could have just had the team that you had the week before, and what if these teams don't do anything? Brentford are no mugs. Leicester at home are very good. If I'm predicting that game, here we go. Here we are, Lino. 2-1 to Leicester. That's what I'd expect. Spurs against Tottenham, if people are tripling up, you're talking... Again, I'm going with a safe 3-0. I think the differential match this week that people really are overlooking and not really thinking about is Chelsea assets. I know people go on about their defence, but I think for the score predictor game, I may be going Sterling. Sterling with a 10-pointer. Fuck it. Sterling with a 10-pointer. In fact, I'll put a few pennies on Sterling. Anytime goal scorer. And Chelsea to win 4-1. For the history. Think about the history. That's another thing that I'm going with as well. So, I just don't. I just think it's a waste of the wild card personally, because what if you were then to wild card into like pretty much give or take everyone's game week 1 teams, and then oh fuck, all the game week 1 teams have all fucked it up. You've then pretty much gone and got those players, and then you need a wild card to come out of that. I think a game week 3 or 4 wild card is worthy of a talking point. I think it's worthy of doing. Game week 2 though, you ain't got enough data. I think that to go with the safe team. But like I say, if you want to fucking do it, do it. But as the season moves on, this is the thing. People keep forgetting that game week 1 is the end of the season, or the middle of the season. Game week 1, you want to approach it pretty cautiously, and then there is an upside to it. The upside is, oh, well done, Si, you're top of the fucking Rivals League with 86 points, while we're all mingling around 60 points. But come game week 8, while you're plodding along and you've dropped down from first and you're around the top 10, all us people got on a wild card, smashed it in, and then you start slowly dropping while we're taking advantage of the players in form. Blonde with a serious question. Historical data shows midfielders score more FPL points, so why are we putting so much money into defence? Because everybody keep like Firetog Dread. Or look into the data even further and say that you get more bang for your buck. I know Jason and Andy were talking about going that 5 across midfield, all 8 million players, and only having 1 premium. And I think that's not such a bad move. That the whole beef up your midfield with high quality players. I'm just going to name the names: Mount, Maddison, Saka, to name 3. They're 8 million. Kulusevski 4. Go charging in with them 4. Putting a premium striker or even a premium midfielder, Son, Salah. Have a really cheap forward in Wilson, Tony, Jesus. And then have like a couple of premiums in defence, but then just have the odd, then have like 2 or 3, which are your cheapies from Newcastle, Wolves, Brighton. So you're right. I think that going with the midfielders, which are more quote guaranteed point, because obviously they're in more attacking positions. I'm stating the fucking obvious. I get that. I think that people are just, again, it's that fear of missing out, isn't it? Yeah, but Steve-O, what if Reece James does get that 24-point haul? He got it once. And then after that, he just got a bunch of 2s and 0s. I always look at like the consistent players that are always regularly getting a minimum of 6 points, and then the upper echelons of the 10-pointers. Like, we all know that Trent can do it. We all know that Robertson can do it. Week in, week out, give or take. Their patterns are usually 6, 5, 6, 12, 6, 11, 10, 1, 3. You get the idea. Whereas, like I said, Reece James, Chilwell, and so on, they just seem to be 2, 2, 4, 2, 6, 6, 24, 6, 0. What? I'm making these numbers up as I'm going along, but whereas you take the likes of the midfielders, which are highly likely going to be in those attacking positions, the ones that I've already mentioned, there is going to be a higher chance of them getting more returns. It's like Harbour Boy keeps banging on about like premium players. The reason why we want them in our teams is because they're the ones that are guaranteed to bring you the points. That's the thing. It's just pinpointing that 1, 8 million, 7 million, 6 million, 9 million midfielder that's outscoring that premium in Son. For all we know, Son has a shit season and Kulusevski's the one that steps up. Or this season, Martinelli is plodding along with his 6 points average per game and Saka's doing jack shit. So, but based on last season and these friendlies as it stands right now, I think going with these midfielders to start with is pretty good, I think. But there's just so much quality in the defenders at the moment. Like with my team, for argument's sake, the likes of Perisic, Trent, Robertson, Cancelo, those four, every week, give or take, I reckon their average points are going to be a minimum of an average of 6. Average of 6. I do expect Robertson and Trent to bring some form of returns, whether it's just a clean sheet each versus Fulham. Cancelo, I mean, he's one that's, for me, I'm looking at to get rid of quite early if I don't see much from him. I'll be honest with you, when I watched the Community Shield, I wasn't like blown away by his performance. I mean, Man City in general didn't really turn up, but apart from Kevin De Bruyne. But certainly Cancelo's, for me, could be gone quite quickly for another Man City asset, but a cheaper one like Diaz. Save that 1 million. And Perisic, we know what he can do. He will be starting against Southampton. But I always say that his minutes are going to be managed, and I expect him to play a minimum of 55, 60, and then it's then bring on Sessegnon or whoever comes on for Perisic. But certainly, I think that the game's changed so much over the last few years where a lot of people are more putting their money into defence. I know, wasn't it Flying Dutchman? He came on with his team and is thinking of going with heavy back line. Have that premium striker and then just... But essentially, give or take this team, give or take. But instead of Lingard, he's got Reece James as a simple example. So yeah, I think certainly look at these midfielders, because I keep repeating this line. It happens every year. These players that we're all picking now, all the popular picks, I reckon 2 or 3 of them aren't up to the task, aren't up to what we expect, and then this gem just pops out from nowhere. And it's always from a team that you don't expect. It's always from the likes of, someone like Leeds, Newcastle, Wolves. In the first 3 or 4 matches, Saka has got 2 points a game. He's literally got nothing in the opening 3 or 4 fixtures, whereas fucking Newcastle St Maximin, he's gone and got 2 goals and an assist in those opening 4. Like I said, I mentioned Chelsea. Sterling, in those opening fixtures. Knowing him, he could be getting returns every single fucking week. As long as he's starting for Chelsea, which he will be, he is going to be pretty much in and around the highest scoring players this year. Everton away, I expect him to do something. Tottenham at home, difficult fixture, but I expect Chelsea to score. Leeds away, yeah, could get something there. Leicester at home, could get something. West Ham at home, tough fixture. Fulham away, definitely. Fulham away stands out as a fucking potential captaincy option for Sterling. What do you base that on, Steve-O? Nothing. But am I right in saying Sterling for Man City was better away from home than he was at home? I could be completely wrong on that. It could be the other way around. It could have been better at home than he was away from home. But yeah, it always happens every year. And the defenders, admittedly, there are tried and trusted like Trent and Robertson. You can't beat about with the bush with them two. But certainly, Cancelo may drop off. Perisic could have an absolute stinker. Reece James, Chilwell, Alonso. If people are even going for Alonso. May start off really badly. We just don't know. And this is why, like, it's great to have this third wild card. It's fucking brilliant. But yeah, I think oh yeah, Gabriel de Rop saying about scheduling. What was it here? What did he say? Where is it? You guys talked about a stream schedule for this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Question mark. Yes. So Thursday. So Jason's really busy. To be completely transparent, Jason is extremely busy with his new job role. For people that don't know, he's been promoted. So he's been promoted, and now he's in a managerial position. So he unfortunately is extremely busy. Now, I've been messaging him, and unfortunately, I don't know why, but he hasn't been able to reply to my messages. So we're wanting him to get pictures off to Alex Volo. Oh yeah, talking of Alex Volo, he had his Twitter account banned. So if you were following Alex Volo, if you don't know who Alex Volo is, he's the genius behind the thumbnails that we have. But yeah, if you want to give them a follow, then it's Alex Volo. Is it FPL Alex Volo? Alex Volo FPL. Just type in Alex Volo, you'll see him instantly. Yeah, he had his account banned. Uploading wrestling videos. It's just fucking crazy. I'm fucked then. That'll be my 5th account banned. 4th account banned, and then on to my 5th. For Christ's sake. Yeah, so the point being is that Jason needs to send off some pictures to Alex Volo. And then Alex Volo can do his fucking genius work and send off the thumbnails to get us sorted for Thursday. Thursday score predictions. Friday deadline day. Saturday will be the 3 o'clock kickoffs. It's going to be fucking mad. And Sunday is always hit or miss. Sunday there's a chance that I may do West Ham Man City. Hopefully Jason can as well. Like, I will make this point as well. I'm trying my hardest not to do... Right, okay, I'm doing a stream here, but it's not a stream, it's a fucking video. I am trying my hardest to not do solo streams anymore. And again, here's that word, transparency. I fucking hate them. I hate doing watch-alongs on my own. Because it is very, very, very difficult to talk for 2.5 to 3 hours on your own. Very difficult. If you want to fucking do it, give it a go. Give it a go. If you're there, sitting there going, it's easy, brilliant, great, you do it then. But for me, I find it very, very difficult. And hopefully Jason can do watch-alongs with me, solo watch-alongs. I always make this point, because we always get people messaging saying, are you doing a watch-along for this match, that match? It's usually, the matches we do are usually the importance of how it affects, usually the Rivals League, Members League, or Torbay Elite, or YouTube Chat League. For argument's sake, in Game Week 8, I'm picking a name out the hat here, Bilal. Bilal is top of the Members League. He's gone and captained. What's Game Week 8? Just a pure interest. What is Game Week 8 fixtures? Here we go. So just, it's a shit week. Bilal's a Man United fan. He's captained Martial at home to Leeds. Man United at home to Leeds. Whereas everybody else has gone with the popular pick of Haaland away at Wolves. Haaland blanks. Fuck. Bilal is now in with a chance to go 50 points clear of the Members League. After Game Week 8. It's down to Martial. Can Man United beat Leeds? As we're all predicting, because Leeds are fucking a sack of shit. We're all expecting Man United, because they've been scoring goals for fun, to score a minimum of 3. And Martial has been on fire. Bilal has got the cojones to go with Martial captain. It's all about the importance of the game. And the irony is, of course, is that Man United Leeds game isn't even on TV. So I wouldn't be doing a watch along to that. Actually, yeah, so it's all down to the importance of the game, to be honest with you. I don't want to be doing, just for argument's sake, Everton versus Chelsea. I do want to actually be able to lie in my bed and just watch the game for what it is. Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. Now, unless Jason was to say, look, I'll happily do a watch along and see how the game goes, then I'd probably do it. But to be honest with you, I will not be covering that game. Yeah, it's all down to the importance of the matches for the watch-alongs. But yeah, schedule-wise, we're trying to get a schedule in place where we are streaming on a regular basis. Sunday is that perfect example. We want to be streaming 8 o'clock every Sunday. But you know, I keep saying this, as Harbour Boy made this point. At the end of the day, we've got full-time jobs. Our lives, unfortunately, revolve around that. I can't just say, sorry, I'm not doing that shift. I've got a stream to do. I don't get paid for it. But anyhow, waffling on now. As ever, cheers members for the quick fire questions. All good. Doubt I answered any of them properly. But as ever, for anybody that is watching this that has enjoyed the stream and everything, or the video, whatever you want to call it, thanks as ever. If you do enjoy these members, this is the last one that's free. So it's the last free members video before the season kicks off. So if you have enjoyed these free members videos and actually then want to continue being a member and watch these, then just simply become a member. There is a button there on YouTube. It just simply says join, and then you just become a member. You get exclusive access to the members chat. You get into the members league as well. And I'm boring myself. Yeah, so you know, like I say, they're all personalised videos. So when the season kicks off, that's when the members videos start really coming out to play, and then we're able to dissect and look into teams and everything. And you know, we get a lot of people saying, why don't you look at this team? Why don't you look at my team? Well, I've done it 1,000 times, but you're not a member. And like I say, there's only so much you can talk about on streams and everything, and that's why we do the members videos, because it's basically extra. For instance, when we do the match, when we do the match days, I'll be like, cheers, Jason. See you later, mate. Take it easy. Have a good evening with your family, and I'll just go record, and then I'll just start doing a members video about my thoughts and feelings about what's just happened in the last 2 hours across the Saturday, or the last hour and a half of the match that we've just watched, or whatever. Any talking points that have come out of the game that I want to kind of get off my chest, or I don't know, look at someone's team that had in Gameweek 1 Haaland as captain, and Haaland went and got 2 goals against West Ham. Anyhow, easiest way to support the show though is just by simply hitting the like button, and if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe and continue this journey with myself and Jason and everybody else that's involved in this Elite FPL community, because it's expanding, it's getting bigger, and this is just game week 1, and there will be a lot of gold dust coming out there. What I'm going to do, actually, what I'm going to do is deliberately play this video. Do you remember this? It's a classic. That's a classic. It's a classic clip from John Harris. It's from 2 years ago. It's when Aguero had his penalty saved versus Leicester. So to give you the context of what's going on here. So we were live streaming because, again, talking of the importance of matches, I had captained Sterling. Now, everybody's everybody's captain had failed that week. From what I remember, they only got like an assist or something like that. Everybody's captain had fucked up essentially, and I had a differential captain in Sterling. Now, I was having a shit season anyway, but this was, for me, it was Man City away at Leicester, and I thought Man City were going to batter them. And I remember distinctly that the opening 5 minutes of that game, Man City were all over Leicester. And I was sat here with, it was Paulie and Kev, Statman, and we were watching the game. And I was really confident Sterling was going to absolutely fucking tear it up. And then after 6-7 minutes, Sterling gets brought down and it's a penalty to Man City. You all know the clip. This is what happened.
Damn it.
Wow. So Aguero's taking the ball. Who's going to get the assist? Gundogan?
Gundogan at the shot, yeah.
Schmeichel's a bit of a penalty king as well, isn't he? Especially with that bloodline, like his old man, let's see.
No, he saved it!
Oh, you are kidding.
Oh, I saved it. Oh.
You're kidding.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, man.
He's hammered it to left and it's hit him on the knee or shin and he saved it.
Fuck off!
Oh,
fucking hell. Oh, I can't be fucked with this fucking shit. Fuck's sake.
Sorry, Stu, I've got to laugh.
Nah, just laugh, mate. It's just... Yeah, that was... I don't know why the video doesn't play when I've just got it on that screen. Sorry about that. But that was fucking painful that day. Maybe Sterling was taking the penalty. I can't remember, but the context was that whoever... I was getting attacking points because of that penalty, and it just completely failed miserably. And I'm sure this is all going to be... Well, in fact, I know this is all going to be happening this year. And like I said, I think this year is going to be really big for... I know it's going to be big. Do you know what? Fuck this. I know it's going to be big for Elite FPL. Like I said, I think that once we start collaborating... I mean, I jest, but it's true. Once we start collaborating with these content creators, and hopefully they come on as guests and everything, I'm stating the fucking obvious. With any YouTube channel, once you start collaborating with people, you get more noticed. And you know, you see it again, not just in the FPL world. You see it in every. It's no coincidence that a lot of the YouTube channels that you watch, a lot of the time, it's because they collaborate or they're taking the piss out of a very large YouTuber, and they just get all the attention. I tell you what, I see it a lot in the fitness world. All this fucking bollocks about an individual calling out another individual for taking steroids or not, and all this bollocks, whether they're natty or not. But because they're picking on, because they're doing the video about someone that's highly regarded in the bodybuilding world, they get all the attention, and it's just fucking crazy. Their content's shit, but the irony is, of course, is that then they have to do this gimmick all the time. It's the same with like all these eating challenges and stuff. Like their normal content gets X amount of views. Once they start doing an eating challenge, it triples the amount of views. And it's like, yeah, but do you actually want to do this? Or this is my biggest issue with a lot of channels in general, is just this whole fucking gimmick culture. Like, are you actually happy doing these gimmicks? It'd be like the equivalent of me actually just like every single stream deliberately, not organically, but deliberately ranting all the time. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get pissed off for the sake of getting pissed off because he gets views. No. I will do it naturally and organically. Whereas there's so many channels out there that just fake it. And you're just like, yeah, I get it. The general audience, the wide mass audience, are a bunch of fucking morons that can't see through it. But for me, it's just like, nah, fuck off. I'm not watching this shite. Still get clickbaited into watching this shit, though. And then I turn it off after 30 seconds. Probably like you guys on this. Anyway, see you later.